I want to be a part.
David Trapani here, bringing you another episode, and this one we're going to talk about seller financing. Seller financing is an alternative to conventional financing. Normally when you buy real estate, a lot of people, most of us go to a bank, ask for a loan, secured by a mortgage on the property we buy. Here, I'm going to use a real life example. When my credit was bad, 10 years ago I was starting out, I had no way to borrow a mortgage because my credit score was too low. So I needed another way to do this. I wanted to buy real estate. So I saw a duplex that was for sale in Midtown Sacramento. Gentleman wanted $350,000. So I offered him $100,000 down cash. I had managed to save that. And if he would carry the balance of $250,000 on a note. So this has to be free and clear property, meaning the owner does not owe any money. He has no mortgage. There are some other methods called an all-inclusive trust deed, or AITD, or a RAP, which is a way that you can do something like this when there is an existing mortgage or bank mortgage, but we're not getting into that here today. Today we're just simply talking about, on Monday, the seller owns the property with no mortgage. On Tuesday, I end up owning the property with a note that I give him that says I owe you $250,000, secured by a mortgage in California. That's a deed of trust that gets recorded against title to the property. And I pay him payments of $1,250 a month on the note. And it's a great way to get into real estate if you can't borrow a loan from a bank. So have your agent look for free and clear property. A lot of times it's elderly people or investors who have a portfolio or many different properties. They're usually people that are familiar with their tax picture. They work with their CPA. They know that if they sell, they're going to pay capital gains taxes, and they want to avoid that, and this is how they can get around that. In this scenario, there were multiple offers, meaning more than one person wanted to buy this duplex. There was an all-cash offer. I thought for sure I was going to lose because in most contexts, sellers prefer all cash because generally there's no finance contingency. They can close quick, like within a week or less. Why? They have all the money. But he didn't want this because he was going to owe, his CPA said maybe spend like $100,000 capital gains taxes, and he didn't want to pay that. So he took my deal. So what I ended up doing is I put some money into the property. It needs some TLC. Renovated it. Took a little bit longer to renovate than I wanted it to, but ended up renting it out. $1,550 on this side, $1,650. This side was a little bit bigger. When these two ladies moved out after 1 year, I had another gentleman come in, and it was even more because it was so nice. One of the renovations paying $1,750, so an extra $200 a month, which goes straight to the bottom line. So seller financing can be a very effective tool. I've done this with other properties as well, and it's something that I recommend for all of you, especially if, again, you cannot borrow a conventional bank loan. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about what I ended up doing with this property, and we'll talk about some other concepts, such as the 1031 tax-free exchange, and what we call substitute collateral or hypothecation, all these technical legal words, but I'll explain in simple terms what these things mean. And by doing some of these things, you can really turbocharge your growth in your real estate portfolio and your profits. Well, thank you all for watching, and I hope that you will click like if you enjoy what you're hearing, and subscribe.
Had too much wine, that's some more.